Helen, are you ready for the meeting?
Why are we having the WLT in KG today?
Let's find out.
By the way, where's Rula?
Come on, you know Rula, right? She'll be off helping some little student somewhere in the school.
Great, then let's wait for her.
What are we going to do today?
Well, we're actually going to be learning about what it's like to be an educator at ISL Qatar. In addition to that, right, what is it like living in Qatar? However, there's a twist, because we're going to be playing...
Jenga? I love that game!
Awesome! Let's start!
So,
Nice job.
what's your favorite part about being an educator? Yes.
My favorite part about being an educator is that I have the opportunity to work every day in the ideal world. Because in a school, I'm always with children who are all about the future and all about hope. And I can think about, I can enjoy that positivity within a school environment.
Nice. All right. How do you support the transition of new staff? Dunya, I think that's for you.
Yeah. Well, I think simply by putting yourself in their shoes. They're coming to a new country, new culture, new regulations. And imagine it doesn't matter if you are a teacher an international teacher for 5 years or 20, there is always the first time. I think what makes it better for them and easier is to make the unknown known for them by having a proper onboarding, individual one rather than a group one, answering their emails in a timely manner. And I think what makes it even better is when we assign for them a buddy. Imagine they get the chance to experience the personal work lifestyle at ISL Qatar. I think that's the best way we can support the transition.
I'm going to ask, what attracted you to ISL Qatar?
I think that's for me since I'm
Yes.
relatively new. I will say when I came to visit here a couple of years ago now, what struck me, to go back to what Dunya said, was the feeling of the family. It was a very close-knit family feel to the school. You could sense the energy, the excitement. There was a buzz in the atmosphere. I remember passing through the international event on the weekend, and then later on during the school days, that feeling you got when we were in the atrium, either before school or during passing time or after school, just the community interacting with one another, very authentically, very just very friendly, warm and welcoming, and you get that same feeling. I think it transfers throughout the school, whether you're in a classroom, on a playground, or in the faculty lounge. You really get a sense that everybody truly values being a member of the ISL family and community.
Right. Tell me one thing you would like to change about the world.
Actually, yeah, I think Helen's
Helen! Just one thing.
What would I do? What would I like to do to change the world? It's one of those things that I think that at the moment, whether you're at work or whatever your field is, there's a lot of stress at the moment. And I think people are feeling very concerned and very anxious. And I wouldn't want to, I think that one of the wonderful things that we can do is it's like what we do on the roads when we make a manoeuvre on the roads.
Yeah.
We use mirror, signal, maneuver. And I think in our engagements with one another and with other people, I would love us to, when it's becoming stressful or whether it's becoming acrimonious, that we just pause. And I'd like the world to be a bit kinder and to be a bit more patient, so that we don't engage in this web of hostility, but we actually take the time to look in the mirror, just to see where we all are, to then signal, this is where I am, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a kinder tone, a kinder word, and then maneuver, so that we can be a bit more patient and a bit kinder in the world.
Oh, don't touch the table.
Okay, I don't think the question is for you.
Well, this is, I think this is a good one for you, Dave.
Oh, really?
How do you
It's about hair, shampoo?
Kind of.
Right, okay, good.
How do you encourage professional growth?
Right. Well, what you've got to do, no, sorry. That is a good question, actually. I think
It's about growth, so.
I would say that's one of our really unique selling points. Obviously, we might talk about our language program, but for me, professional growth is an area where we excel. And I think there are three key components. I think one is about ownership. We give ownership to our educators. We give ownership to the learning community. So we don't just look at our educators, we look at our teaching assistants, we look at our support staff, we look at admin, for instance, and about how they might contribute. I think there's an element of empowerment, and that comes from our support. We invest time, we invest resources, and I also believe that we tap into our professional learning community mindset as well. You know, we've mentioned it, right, about the supportive community. You can't have professional growth without goodwill. You can't have professional growth without the element of support, that expertise, that knowledge and that experience. So, and really genuinely, I do believe it's one of our selling points. Could be quite happy. What do you like the most about living in Qatar?
Ooh.
It's a good question. I will say I still have a lot to explore. So I really haven't seen a lot yet. But what's very different that I'm enjoying about my experience here is the calmness, sort of the peace and tranquility, and knowing that it's a very safe environment for my family and my children, and I'm loving that.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, safety here is number one.
Yes. And especially having maybe less, you have less things to worry about.
Yeah.
So you can really focus
Sure.
on things that you really want to focus on. You don't have too many like external distractions that sometimes living in other places have. And I think as a family as well, it's quite insular with being with your family here, so it really brings you together as well. So definitely, I would say.
I think for me, my experience here in terms of sport, for instance, I know it's something that you really could enjoy. I've seen some of the best sport in the world. I mean, the Formula One recently, obviously. You know, we had the World Paddle Championships, we have world class tennis, rugby, football, you name it. We have it here, and also it costs next to nothing. You know, so I really like the investment that Qatar has made in sport.
I love the fact is that we have the Valley last year. The
Absolutely, yeah,
Moscow Valley
absolutely,
came here
yeah.
and did Swan Lake. The fact is that we have Philharmonic.
Yeah,
I mean, that is
Absolutely,
such
yeah.
a pleasure and such a privilege.
yeah, definitely.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think in
Yeah, there you go.
Oh!
See?
Well done.
Nice.
Okay. What sets ISL Qatar apart from other IB schools?
I think I could probably have a go at that. What sets us apart from other IB schools? Well, one of the things is that, like many IB schools, international schools, we invite the students to engage academically. But I think what we do that sets us apart is that we invite students to engage in the real world context, and we develop a long-term interest in languages, in different cultures and in world perspectives. And I think we also encourage through mentoring, we help to develop the students following passion, so that we strive towards developing their independence, their self-efficacy, their self-driven interest and passions. And I think that's what we do very well.
Yes!